looking for a player standing on the bicycle in the pit, and there's Refresh. Look how fast he changes his elevation. That's a beautiful peek from him. Makes it as hard as possible for Fnatic to take him out while spotting for information. Twist and Crims, they know they're walking into a crossfire. The numbers are too great, waiting for an opportunity to be given, but maybe it's better off them to save their Kevlar. Nico and Snappy realize that's happening. So they'll offer the grenades towards the A bomb site and quickly head towards B. But they are running into a crossfire with 3 players for the CTs. There's a grenade to do some damage to Crims, but Fnatic still have position. We've got Optic bouncing around the barrels. Now they're causing some problems. Now they're starting to swarm. Crims is doing so much with this Desert Eagle. He's got himself 3 kills and he's delayed some time. MSR's left with 20 HP. They've killed 3 Fnatic players. He's got time pressure to plant this bomb, but the damage is fantastic for Optic.
Lots of flashes towards the pit position, which is where a couple players are. So this actually could be really lucrative if they're able to get the kills. There's one config finishes off the weakened Crims. Might be in for the war of the 4 spies. This JW goes down and the side is conceded. 4 versus 2. Surely Fnatic has to start considering you have to save this lowly MP9.
How about that for a turn of events? From the apartments. Zero flash. Oh, let me 2 for Broland. It could be. He's pretty damn close. Going to create some space for himself. Perfect timing in that regard. Crims hops off and tries to hold down a short position, doing big damage. 2 of the 3 players here for Fnatic. Broland close, but not quite. Leaving Nico with 16 HP. Exists, forcing his way through. Gets taken out. Twists the last man. He sees one by double stack. He's got to find him quickly before the rotation comes in. But Refresh will get that last kill. It seems harder to do on the fly. Sometimes it goes the wrong way, all too often. A smoke at the front of the site to create space. And Refresh gets taken out. Delaying, and that means the smokes are going to go before that bomb can be planted. Snappy will trade with JW still. They don't pop out at the right time. Exist will do it, leaving Nico in a 1 versus 2. He knows that both players are around construction, slowly creeping, but is he walking into the reticle of an AWP? Exists with the off angle. Beautiful stuff. He's been seen, but Nico doesn't register it fast enough. Big headshot from Exist. Oh, that's unlucky for JW. Yeah, that's exactly where the smoke goes. I like the pre-fire from him. Just timing was off though. Exist. He's playing for multiple and he gets them. 2, some pre-fire. He's not going to survive this, surely. Oh. What was that? This is not NBA. Twist. 14 seconds. He has to go towards the A side. Spotting one on the side. Here's the bait. No switch needed. Crims will do the job.
This attack work, but it's coming in dribs and drabs, and Twist is able to easily line up the shots. Broland with the finishing shots as well.
Now, here we go. Boom. Absolutely savage. Lovely stuff there from Crims and Broland, and that might just win them the round. Things quickly advancing now. Optic feel that they've got to move fast. Flashes towards the arch position. Exist taken out, and so is JW. Still a chance. Do they grab towards B bomb site? It seems they do.
Retake position on the B bomb site, which kind of sucks, but he has an AWP, and they may not expect that.
Oh, no.
Oh, the whiff from the wide peak, and that's a wrap for Fnatic in this round, surely. They will go for it. They have a smoke and a flash, and they're both from bananas. They could get a smoke down on coffins. That could be useful. We'll have to see how they decide to use the utility. In fact, it will go to CT, and flashbang for good measure. Nice from Broland. Finds a fast headshot onto Nico, but there's still 2 remaining. Playing the time, playing the bomb. 1 in construction and 1 in dark. There goes Crims, making quick work of MSL. Refresh knows that he has his back against all. He's got to deliver the frags. But it will be a great defense from Crims. A defuse to come in time for the 7-7.
Not too much information spotted. Oh, Twist is not shy to take these duels. Pop flash into the pool position. They've realized it, and he's been neutralized. Config and Snappy remain. No Fnatic players taking any damage just yet until now. What is that spray from Config?
I would be raging if I died to that. Config trying to do what he can from new box. And the peek into Broland's scoped org is not going to be all too lucrative. And that's Snappy though with a good time on his peak. Almost had a chance at a second frag, but too much firepower, and Fnatic will end the first half 8-7.
So I was kind of disappointed.
I've been there a bunch of times. The houses are super nice.
Nico gets exploded. Look at all these frags. I mean, how do you even commentate this? Broland in a 1 versus 2. Drops his flash Is he going to rotate all the way? Oh, that's beautiful. Config caught with his pants down. Top tier commentary from Dan right now.
B for Brolan. MSL, what has he got to say for himself? Oh, would you look at that? I ain't changed him into like tiny hippopotamus or something. Ooh, big burst on top mids. And MSL will answer the call with the boiler peak. Fnatic starting to struggle now, dealing with these A setups.
Snappy is lurking around a coffin position. Peak he does. That's a huge headshot from him. Insta headshot. I don't know if he saw JW, but he backs off from the position for a time. He'll head back there eventually. So many angles for JW to clear. There's the first, there's the second. And it's bomb plant time.
Whoa.
Otherwise, he could have smoked off Banana. Oh, there's one. Fake flash. Oh, that's a massive headshot from JW. 1 versus 4. Thank you and good night. Will they be deterred by the smoke grenade? Doesn't seem so. They seem to realize that no one's behind it. 3 players spotted on Arch. This could be a wrap. The bomb is in tow, however. We've got Snappy moving up Speedway. Config's in a lot of trouble on the A bomb site. And there he goes, taken out immediately by Exist. Now Nico's hiding behind the smoke, but that won't last forever. In fact, it's gone already. MSL creeping up top mid in the meantime. Very fast moving around. There's 2 kills quickly for Optic. Now it's 2 versus 3 in favor of Fnatic.
MSL swaps out for the AK to be more dynamics, cutting off the position towards the pit, but the double man, the 2-man setup on the site itself is too much to handle, even with all the flames roaring away on the sites. It will be
Molly behind the sandbags, but they could re-aggress. Look at the exchange of Molotovs. I love how they put the HE in after limiting where the CTs can stand, and the sprays there as well. Snappy gets taken out. Not something you can respond to, rather than holding Banana from the bottom. This time it's from the top, or is it at all? Refresh, how did he get taken out? 2 unanswered frags. Optic are in so much trouble.
Config though is the man to answer the call, and MSL's going for an aggressive pick towards apartments. That is wonderful. Oh my god. That's 2 players who got fully destroyed just through the smoke. I don't think there's anything that can be done about this. MSL, last man standing, knocked by JW, of course. 16-12, Fnatic will take it. Playing behind the door, is this going to work? Oh my god, it works so beautifully well. They didn't see him, he's behind the door. Behind the door! Oh my god. I didn't know hiding behind doors was so strong. I'm going to have to put that into my game as Exist tries to go for the clutch here. Refresh will still be playing with the doors. Master of the doors!
At the smokes on the X-ray and the Molotov. Twist creeping in the possession of Optic, and it is. Config creeping outside. He's spotted 2. Gets a 1 versus 1. Tries to get around the corner. He manages to do that. Oh, maybe he didn't see Twist by the window. Twist with a penetration shot. Keeps the man advantage for Fnatic.
Smoke down on the door. To deny the strength of the play around the door, but it's Twist with the AWP. Sappy can't finish him off. He's got 6 HP. So wallbang opportunity. Paps not. Paps has no opportunities. All the opportunities are gone. They're taken away. And Snappy's been placed under house arrest.
Sees trajectory, and that's an easy frag for him. In the meantime, though, we've got plays on the main position. That's 2 for 2 for Twist. 2 shots, 2 frags, trying to create some space for himself to avoid getting pinched. He doesn't have the info upstairs. He's got help from upstairs in heaven. And there we go. That's the final kill.
So that the other team doesn't just get free information and effectively around play early on. That's a dink. Brolan somehow survives. They went through the box, and he's found more, and Twist will find even more still. And are they going to double down? Will they commit everything? They might as well at this point.
Official certification as awarded by decree of Daniel Capadia. This round sucks. Fnatic are slightly better, so yeah, I do think we're biased based on what we've seen recently from Optic. We know overall Fnatic are in shape, but it's Nuke we've seen Optic on, not Fnatic recently. So here we go, there's a big frag from Twist. That's a lovely headshot with the second one. Almost taking, look at his target identification. His crosshair straight on his teammate, doesn't pull the trigger, and we've got headshots everywhere. This is absolute carnage. It's a car crash. So will he pick the right position? It seems he will. Refresh taken out. Config surely can't be too far away. Speed spots the peak, a little tap through the wall. Config trying to force the engagement, force it he will, just about winning it.
Yes, the gamble's paid off.
Oh!
Oh my goodness.
God.
Final moment.
No.
Cannot finish off Config, but Twist will do the job. They think no one else is here. Does he jump up? MSL goes down. The fast accuracy, fast firing speed will be good for some damage, but not a second kill. 2 versus 2, 25 seconds. This Nova could come in clutch.
Yeah, it's definitely a possibility in these closer ranges. Crims with the CZ is extremely dangerous as well. He finds a good angle. My God, of course he does. As a frag onto Snappy as an AK collected, all down to Refresh. And we've seen that he can deliver the goods. Let's see what he can do in this position. Keeping around control. And it's a good spot to reclaim because obviously he can use those doors to his advantage. Once again, now he's got this position secured. He hears some running. He knows where one player is. He knows where the second player is. So it's just a question of picking the perfect timing. And he's done it in one fell swoop. Refresh secures the round 9-6 for Optic.
Nico looking around in main, wondering what's going on. MSL by the double doors, popping some heads. It's got Snappy there as well. They're prepared, Optic. They're ready. Almost got a crossfire around that double door position. Nico taking that in the meantime and back towards A they go. They've pulled most of the CTs out of position, but Refresh is here, looking to pop some more heads. There will be revenge, however. JW looking to clear as much as possible. That's a huge frag. And now we're down into a 2 versus 2.
Understand where both players are now. It's a case of the 1v1s, perhaps. As MSL will take one in the face from Exist. But is there a kid anywhere to be found here for Snappy? There is not. Is he to the hole? Will be diligent. Fnatic will be losing their advantages. Snappy from Hevel actually getting the frags with the orb scoping in. And he's doing even more damage. Snappy is looking sharp. Oh, God damn. JW with a nice peek there, able to deal with the auto shotgun, but there's more that lurks, more danger lurks on the upper bottom side, and the danger will be diffused by the efforts of the Swedes. They will be celebrating with their success on the upper bomb side. They will bring about the Dalahoosts.
Dalahoost.
Trying to work his way through the smoke. Roland with a chase with the Org. And a 4v4 to ensue now as position is still so good. And look at that. It's just such a sick angle.
He's thinking too much. He's thinking too much.
That happens rarely, but here's the... Oh, Crims.
Wow.
That's a great shot. Very decisive. 3 versus 2. Again, Exist has no Kevlar, which makes things kind of difficult because he's one of the 2 last players left alive. Surviving a duel becomes really unfavorable unless you get the jump on your opponent. But they will at least have the bomb planted here, and Exist is the man to plant that bomb. But in comes Refresh and MSL. MSL will be swiftly dealt with. Brolin with a great position overlooking the door area.
Oh.
Refresh tries to time it, but Brolin locks it down. And alright.
Going to hell.
Things slowing down quite a lot here. Fnatic need to make a move. They have 40 seconds. And, well, they're making moves, but their moves are being dismantled. Ooh, Exist will take down one, though. How much more havoc can he cause? Oh, look at the peak there. So beautiful. Is that they've taken the optimal position to defend it, which is directly below. He will not.
Around that squeaky door, be it sawn off, be it rifle, be it flames.
Now, this is a good position to be in, but you need a flashbang something. A raw peak can be very risky, as we can see. Now that position is just lost.
Indeed it is. 16 seconds.
Oh,
That's
wow.
a huge frag from Twist. It's their time to plant the bomb. You see Refresh. Oh boy, this is such a big round for Fnatic. If they can win it, and they will.
Did not expect it to go this way after that first half from Optic. Here we go. Oh, gotta be careful there. JW's been getting absolutely just wrecked all these rounds.
Yeah. That is the anti-eco spot. But he's still got double picked.
Oops.
Going a little too deep. A little too hungry for the frags. And this is falling to pieces. This, you have to favor Optic at this point. They've just got too many people. They've got 1 AK. But 4 people, you can't really protect these weapons. And now it's Twist with an AWP. How do you avoid getting traded? They can hear the scope, you can see the gun. Is he good for the no-scope? Snappy's baiting. There it is. Doesn't take too much damage. The bomb collected as well. That's the brazen plant. Oh, Config charging out. This is getting really awkward. What a calamity. This is not the time. You want to have this kind of round at the beginning of a half, not towards the end.
Which pulls players' attention so that they aren't as present on the outside at the early timings.
And the defense begins. A whitewash of Fnatic players by Optic.
We said the last time they played it was overtime on this map.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll be a repeat. The likes of Config. And he goes, oh, I thought he was ready for that one, but Exist will take him down. There's no trade. Config spraying it out. And 16-14 Optic stealing it away right at the end. They saved themselves. But did they save themselves, or did Fnatic give them too many opportunities?
Fnatic, I'm going to have a very quick look, but this will be interesting. But the recent experience from Optic has got to be an advantage, for sure. It has to be, a must. But it was left in by Fnatic.
Optic seemed really comfortable on this map. They have had a lot of strats already. They had a really good understanding of how they would want to play their CT side, and so
Good understanding.
So I'm curious to see how they do against Fnatic.
They've both played it once of late.
It feels weird, I can tell you.
Well, here we go. The HE off the wall. We've got Optic trying to make inroads towards the A bomb site. So indeed, this gap has caused problems. It does slow down the T push, and it's allowed them to get into this position, but it'll be completely forced out. Okay, that's very low percentage. You get a 2-man spray done as you exit. That makes it worth it.
Nico's taking actually this is a really good spot. This is where I suspect that indeed. And now Nico can just hold his position.
I think he heard Broland scope behind him. Maybe he didn't either way. He's still going to go in favor of Optic. Twist doesn't have a defuse kit. I don't know if there is one nearby. Perhaps there is. Perhaps there isn't. Doesn't look like there is. So even if he pushes, he doesn't have time really to find the eliminations and defuse the bomb. So that will be a 4-0 to Optic, and indeed.
Pretty much a max damage grenade there onto Nico. Crim's going to finish it off. A little gap in the smoke.
Where is the spray? More smoke grenades being put up to take position, but it's spraying around the smoke. But now the full spray begins. That's some good damage to Twist, but he will respond straight back and get a frag. I feel like it's a lot worse in general for the CTs to do that. Now there's a rotation from Optic back towards the other side. Big smokes up top. 2-man advantage for Fnatic, make it 1. Just the 1 rifle on the board at the moment on JW. That's a big frag from Existo. See 2 plays by Generator, moving across each side at the same time. But they're caught with their pistols. Will he survive? JW will take him out. Transfer won't be good enough. Off the side, Snappy goes, and that will be the round for JW.
Able to run with that. That's the beauty. The beaut.
Middle is taken now by Optic. And Config looking dangerous here around the sandbags as he pushes forwards. And you got Exist there as well, but Config is just too good. Some significant map control now for Optic towards B. Although Twist is in position. He's going to deny them. Is there any flashbangs? No, just Twist pushing, and they're just all going to walk into his crosshair.
And here is the smoke execute. Wouldn't be an MSL team without a smoke execute on the C side. And Molotovs around the smoke as well, just like on Mirage. But the spray will be favorable for Fnatic. 5 versus 3. But again, it's a question of variance. Smoke grenades and spray. And now it's the post plant again. A big boost. So they don't need to face straight away. There is a smoke on Twist though.
His peaks are so unfavorable. And smoke defuse is probably the only option at this point. They're pressuring it, so Crims can get himself a frag, but there's one of the players that's not shooting, so he can defend against peaks like that, and Optic will pick up the rounds.
And they're wrapping. They're wrapping to the A site. This is interesting, but we've got a sandbag position. Roland, they're lining up for him. Oh, he hits the reload as well. Some peppering, some bursting. And that is an unlikely round from Fnatic. can see the lineups. So it looks like a wall of smoke to isolate some of the players on the bomb site, on the B bomb site. And they start to move up. There's a jump throw molly, surely. Yes, there we go. Towards the back. Config still gets a kill though. Taking the silence drop, making things weird. Refresh getting there eventually with the CZ. Spots the shadow. Lovely one tap from him. 4 bullets remaining, being conservative. And that puts Optic in a very strong position indeed.
A slow creep here from Fnatic might actually work out, but it all depends on Snappy, because he has found his way into quite an unlikely position, and the distraction will be taken from Config. Even if he just fires a bullet, look at all the opportunities. Oh, but Snappy just goes, okay, well, never mind. I was going to say, I thought he was just a one and done, but Config with the backstab as well. They've got the bomb, and Optic looking strong.
Fnatic learning as they go along. Is slowly moving forward, but so many angles for him to check. TW 20 HP and now none. There's no way a bomb plant's happening here, Chris, so he's just taking too long, unfortunately. Vertigo is looking very, very strong for them at the moment. JW creeping around the smoke. And again, I think this is a learning process for Fnatic. Optic look extremely drilled, and why not get an early start on a new map, which other people will spend more time hating on. Now Crims is once again alone, 40 seconds. He needs to clear the bomb site before planting, but that's the angle we saw Snappy holding before. And it's match point for Optic. Every round in this half so far.
Saying that we should focus on this A take here from Optic, because it's pretty damn sick. They got the smoke, they got the Molotovs, got the flashbangs. They have tried to create an answer, and that looks like a pretty compelling one for the fast timings of the Ts. Much above that as well.
The Optic CT side is pretty superb right now.
They're kind of innovating it in a way I haven't seen anyone else innovate it.
Imagine
so
how much practice it must have taken to get to this point. Just this point. They have coordination amongst each other as well.
It does complement their play style in general, though, to give it, you know, a little bit.
And just like that, Optic with a master stroke on Vertigo.